Hey everybody, yes, I am saying Homer Saperstein is not an alien. I think he is something totally different, and it is going to stretch Fallout lore to the extreme. First, let me just explain why he's not an alien. And for this, all you have to do is look at his special stats on Fallout Wiki. For a baseline, let's just use your typical annoying human stat, Preston Garvey. Now, these are pretty normal stats. The perception stat is pretty high, and that tells me he knows you're annoyed when he tells you that another settlement needs help. He's just doing it because he hates you, and that's his kink. Now let's get back to Homer. Homer has a strength of 8, a perception of 4, and an agility of 5. All the rest are zeros. Now, he can't possibly have 0 intelligence. From any other Fallout game, like Fallout 4, if your intelligence is too low, it gives you certain interactions with people that you can use that make you sound dumb. But he can speak clearly, and he sounds intelligent, even though it's through voice modulation. He has a rudimentary understanding of the alien language. And when you're in Dome 8, you can see he's clearly running tests on dead aliens. This is not common for someone with 0 intelligence. So many of you are probably thinking, he's AI, like Modus. No, Modus doesn't even have special stats to look at, let alone strength or agility. Modus is just an AI computer. He's not human, he's not an alien, he's not AI. So what in the Fallout universe uses voice modulation and has similar stats? A first-gen synth. Now, be it a very primitive first-gen synth, I told you this was going to stretch Fallout lore. But hold on. Before you go looking up dates, I got you. I got this. Okay, synths were first seen in the Capital Wasteland in 2277. Fallout 76 takes place in 2102. Those ones in 2277 are not first gen. There is no lore on when first gen was created, but we do know first gen was used until 2178. That's when they started getting upgrades to Gen 2. And honestly, this isn't too much of a reach. I mean, Mr. Handy has been around since 2037. Plus, there's a lot of history in the real world that we're still discovering. So who's to say we just haven't discovered it in the Fallout universe yet? Another clue we have here is Homer claims to have spent most of his years alive. To me, this sounds like a synth becoming sentient. Also, he has clothes. So that also throws the whole AI thing out. AI doesn't need clothes, it's just a computer. But a sentient being would want clothes for modesty or to blend in with society. But let's go back to his peculiar stats and let's compare them to Dima and G9-81. They're pretty similar. As you can see, Dima has 0 intelligence, but you wouldn't call Dima unintelligent. So the 0 we see here could represent unlimited or unmeasurable. Immeasurable. Yes, immeasurable. My intelligence. For synths only. Also, Homer doesn't want to be seen. Probably because he's a first-gen synth and has no skin. That didn't start till they started doing upgrades on the first gen to second gen. They started putting kind of like skin on him. And he doesn't want people freaking out and shooting him, because that's what we do in Fallout. We see something that looks like a monster and we shoot it. So therefore, his intelligence can't be 0. Now, I'm not saying this is a sure thing, but I think I've built a pretty strong case for Homer being a very, very primitive synth that became sentient. But tell me what you think down in the comments. I thank you for watching. If you like this video, throw out a like. Any questions, concerns, complaints, praise, or just general agitation, put it in the comments section below. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Remember, be safe out there. And as always, a good day.